On Christmas morning, my wife woke up to divorce papers taped inside a gift. I wasn't in the house anymore. I wasn't in her life anymore. A week later, she tried to end her life, and people blamed me. They forgot she lit the match. I just stopped putting it out. I'd been with her since we were 17. 23 years married, 2 sons, a mortgage, a whole life built brick by brick. Then I blew out my knee at work and got stuck recovering. She got distant fast. No hugs, no kisses, phone glued to her hand. Extra hours, she said, and came home late to shower. I saw one guy in her work photos, always too close. I tried to look him up and realized I was blocked. That flipped a switch. I pulled our phone records. Her top 2 numbers were mine and his, over and over. Texts were weirdly empty, deleted, like she was cleaning a crime scene. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I watched. I collected. I started going out at odd hours, coming home later than her. When she asked, "Where are you going?" I said, "Just stuff," and I let the silence grow teeth. By October, she cracked. She called me home and played victim. She listed my distance, like evidence, then gasped, "Are you cheating on me?" I laughed so hard I hit the floor, not because it was funny, because the irony was feral. I stood up, kissed the top of her head, and walked away. That night, she texted him. He laughed in my face. This is karma. I met with a lawyer. I separated finances. I found an apartment. I told my closest people the truth and swore them quiet. Then my oldest female friend came back to town. My wife always acted like this friend was a problem, so we took a few photos together. Too close, too familiar. My wife saw them and snapped, "Why are you so handsy?" I looked right at her and said, "Like you and him last year?" Her face went blank. The mask slipped. After that, she tried to crawl back to me. She hovered. She acted sweet. She begged for affection. Meanwhile, she told him she couldn't lose me and still agreed to see him one last time. That was all I needed. The plan was ready. I sat my sons down in my office and told them the truth. My younger one went pale. My older one went quiet, then said, "If it gets ugly, he can stay with me." I nodded and said, "Thank you." Then I started moving like a ghost. A little at a time, my stuff disappeared from the house. A new phone, a new number, a new address. I printed everything I had. Calls, messages, photos, timestamps. It ate ink like a wildfire. It filled binder after binder. I gift wrapped the boxes like holiday presents and labeled them carefully, not to beg for sympathy, to kill the lies before they were born. Now the moment I still see when I close my eyes. Christmas Eve. The house was dark. The hallway light hummed. She breathed slow beside me, pretending innocence in her sleep. I wrapped one last binder like a present. After that, I taped the divorce notice inside the cover. Next, I slid it onto my side of the bed. Then I placed a note on top. "Merry Christmas." Again, I looked at her and felt nothing. Finally, I shouldered 2 backpacks and left without a sound. By the time she woke up, the world already knew. Family, friends, even her workplace. She got shredded in phone calls and group chats. She got fired. So did him. She tried to reach me through anyone who would listen. Nobody gave her my location. Not one person. In the divorce meeting, she looked hollow. Outside, she chased me down, crying, "Please, can we talk?" She begged, "Could you ever forgive me?" I said no. I loved who you were. I hate what you chose. Then I turned and walked away. A few days later, I got the call. She tried to take her own life and landed in the hospital. Suddenly, everyone got soft and told me, "Be there for her." I told my sons, "If you want to support her, I won't stop you." But I also said, "I'm done." They called me cold. They called me a monster. I called it boundaries. For once, I chose me. Against my own words, I went once. For closure. She reached for a hug. I stepped back. She whispered, "I ruined everything." I said, "Yes, and you don't get me as a lifeline." Then I walked out, and that was the end. Now I lived in a small apartment with peace I hadn't felt in years. My sons visited. We talked like we used to. And the friend my wife feared admitted she'd loved me for decades. I didn't need revenge anymore. I needed air. My ex wanted me to carry her consequences. I carried my life forward instead.